Hi guys, welcome back and welcome to yet another first impression. I promise I don't typically purchase this many things, but being stuck at home with nothing to do and a credit card handy, I have just wandered down the path of destruction. So here I am with another palette. Yay. But this one is going to be delicious. Cake, anybody? Very, very excited about this palette. This is of course the GlamLite Cake palette. I have heard so many amazing things about this brand, so many amazing things about this company. Brand company, that's the same thing. So many amazing things about this palette, and so I'm super happy to try it out. When I saw that it was back in stock, I just kind of pounced on it. So here we are. Before we get started, hi, if you're new here, my name is Annie. I am a 40-something lover of color who believes that you can have fun with color at any age. If that sounds interesting to you, if you'd like to see a little more color in your timeline, if you would just like to hang out and see some fun makeup looks, I would love it if you would subscribe down below. So let's get started, I guess, talking a little bit about this company and this palette. So GlamLite was founded by Giselle Hernandez, and she is a Latin American immigrant to the United States. I think that's amazing. I love to support brands that are minority owned, so that just makes me super happy. She does do mostly food themed palettes. She does have like the paint palette as well, which is another kind of rainbowy palette. Of course, she's got the taco palette, the burger palette, the pizza palette, the little pizza slices, and then she has 3 other just regular, normal looking, rectangular palettes that don't have like a food or art theme. So that's a little bit about the company. They are cruelty-free and vegan, and she does tests for allergies. So I think all of those things are wonderful right off the bat. For this palette itself, this palette retails for $40. For $40, you get 20 shades. 12 of those are matte shades and 8 of them are metallic shimmer shades. And it comes in this really cute little oven box. Hi. I did not, however, pay $40 for this palette. I used Amy Loves Makeup's discount code, so I saved $6 on this palette, which basically covered shipping. Shipping was $5.99, plus I had to pay tax, so altogether I paid $42.46 US for this palette. I did order this palette on July 1st, knowing that we had a holiday coming up, so this did not ship until July 6th. However, I received it on July 8th. That's 2 days from shipping. Makes me very happy. I'm not mad about that at all. So now let's go ahead and open up this cute little oven. I mean, hi. It's like the Easy Bake Oven of my childhood. How adorable is this? And then you take this big palette out. Yes, it is big. She is a big, big palette. I'm going to close up my little oven and I'm going to set her aside. And let's look at this palette. I mean, look at the detail of this. It is so, so adorable. And on the back, it has like nutrition facts, which it's just it's the little touches, people. And so it just tells you all of the ingredients there. And of course it has, the website and all of that. For your $40, it looks like you do get 27 grams of product as well. So let's open this cute little thing. She kind of opens up like a book. Like this. She's got a nice big mirror on this side, which I am just going to immediately turn to the back so I don't blind you all. And that is the color story. Is that not gorgeous? These metallics look amazing. I'm so excited to dive into these and play with them today. So excited. They're gorgeous. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of like, I think a sunset over the ocean kind of vibe, I think is what I'm going to go for today. Of course I have to use a pink, and of course I have to use a purple. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. Those are my favorite shades, and I always like to see how they perform. I will, however, be doing many more looks with this. I have, what do I have? I think I'm waiting on one more palette that I ordered. Again, it's one that's been out for a while, but I've wanted it for a while. I ordered the Creepy Cute palette from Shroud Cosmetics, and then I have 3 singles coming from Divina, and I think that's it on my purchases, though I do need to put in an Ulta order as well. But that I'm using points for. So anyways, let's go ahead and just, I guess, get started, dive right in. I'm gonna put this down, I guess, here, because it's going to be like heavy and hard to hold up the whole time. I'm going to be using a different mirror. I'm going to zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing. If I look tired today, there's a couple reasons for that. One, I'm tired. Two, I forgot to put concealer on. So it is what it is. I had already powdered my face and I went, oh, concealer. I did squeeze a little bit here because of course I never powder my under eye, so I was able to get at least right under here. But yeah, anyhow, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I need to do is actually prime my eyes because I have not done that yet. So I'm just going to pull out my MAC paint pot in soft ochre. It's what I always use. If you all have a cruelty-free dupe for this, I would love to hear about it because I am, you know, I am making sure that I these days purchase cruelty-free items. But I do have several backups of these because I buy them, well, I bought them when they went on sale. I mean, I even forgot to carve out my eyebrows today, guys. I'm a mess. So I bought them when, you know, when they would go on sale at like Ulta and stuff, and I would just like stock up. So I do have several of these, but I would like to switch to cruelty-free when I run out. So if you guys know a dupe, I'd love it if you would just drop that down in the comments below. That would super help me out. Okay, it's getting hot in here too. It's supposed to be like 91 today. Does not make me happy. All right, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I am going to do is actually, I'm going to take this yellow, which is aptly named Pineapple right here. Oh, not that, that's the shimmer one. This one here, this is this yellow matte right here. I'm going to take that into the inner corner. What is happening here? My watch has gone crazy. I'm going to take it on the inner corner of my eyeball. Well, I guess not my eyeball, my eyelid. And I've done it again. You guys, I need to get better at pulling out my makeup brushes before I start. I need to be better at that. I want to do this in like, I want to start with like a smaller brush today. Be a little bit more targeted, I think, but I want it to be kind of fluffy at the same time. We are going to go in with my Luxie 231 small tapered blending brush. Sorry, that was a big spiel. And the shade Pineapple. So there's really no kick up in the pan at all. I don't know if you can see that. Hardly anything happening there, but I do have some good pigment on my brush. We're just going to put that here. I did not put down a white base, obviously, today. I just kind of want to see how these colors do on my regular base. That is a lovely yellow, and it is showing up quite nicely on just my regular base. That makes me happy. That's really pretty, nicely pigmented. I'm just going to build it up a little bit more. We've been on and off again. That's super pretty. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. Don't know if I can decipher how your mind works. Yeah, you leave. I like that. That's very nice, very pretty. Then we're going to go in with another brush that's kind of a similar shade and or similar shape. This is just a tapered blending from Lavish, and we're going to go in with the shade Raspberry, which is right here and conveniently matches the shade of my brush. Look at that. And I'm just going to pop that here next to the yellow, and I'm going to blend them together a bit because I do want to create a gradient between these two shades and get a bit of an orange shade happening here. And that is working out just as I had hoped it would. This brush is a little floppier. It doesn't do quite what I want it to do. I'm not going to blame the shadows for this. I think I'm going to switch my brush. And I want something that's a little more, a little firmer. That's what she said. I'm going to go in with this 229 Luxie Tapered Blending Brush. It's a little bigger than I wanted, but I think it'll be fine for this. What it's like to feel your skin, I will keep on trying till. These shadows are blending in really nicely together. I will probably go in with a little more of that yellow to make sure that I do indeed have that yellow and it's not just completely orange, but just gonna go in with some little circular motions here, back and forth. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh.
Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more.
I feel like this eye looks better, and that is going to be the brushes that I used. I only used this brush, and so this one is looking better than the other one. See if we can.
You leave me hanging, begging for more. Think that I'm addicted to this.
I like that. I'm going to go back in with a little bit more pineapple just to make sure that that's nice and yellow.
Be a little risky and go for it, cause I want you close. I'm so exposed when you're keeping me wondering.
So far so good. These shades are really blending in beautifully to each other. I really, really like that. Now for my outer corner, I am going to go in with my favorite brush for this. We all know it's going to be my, here it is, my IT Cosmetics crease brush. And I'm going to go into Purple Frost, which is this purple shade here. And I'm going to put that like so. And I think what I'm going to do is kind of flick this out. I'm not going to put it on my lid, I know. I'm still going to do this kind of winged out shape, but I'm going to use the blues, I think, on my lid, the blue, what are they? Metallics. I can't talk today. I'm so sorry. And we are just going to kind of wing that out a little bit. I'm going to go pretty far and be very dramatic. That is really pretty. Again, I'm not seeing any fallout at all with these shades. They're just going on so nicely and blending beautifully. That is really pretty. I'm going to come back here with a little bit more of that pink shade and blend those two together. But
I'd do anything to be in your arms again. So give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign.
and then just going in with a little, well, I think I'm not even picking any more up. I'm just going to go in with that same brush that I used for raspberry. And I'm just going to make sure that this, where they meet, is nice and blended. These are super pretty. Holy cow. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut all of this out. I'm going to do that off camera because it's going to take me forever and it's boring and nobody needs to see that. And then we'll come back and we will play with some of these amazing glittery, shivery, metallic-y shades. Okay, so now that I've got this really dramatic cut crease on, I'm going to go in with some of these metallics. They're so gorgeous, I just want to put them all on my eyes. And I do want to use more than one today, but I still want to kind of keep that water kind of a vibe. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, I don't know, they're so gorgeous. I definitely want to use this shade down here, which is Blue Raspberry. It is so beautiful, but I want to use another one too. I think maybe I'll use Banana, which is this one here, and use that one kind of like in the inner portion and then have it run into Blue Raspberry. So hopefully the two together will kind of fuse and hopefully make a green. We'll see. I could, this could be a drastic mistake. We'll find out. So the first thing, of course, I'm going to do is use some of my NYX Glitter Primer. I never, ever use a shimmer without it. It is an absolute must. I do find though, and I should mention, when you're older and your eyes are kind of wrinkly, you don't want to go in with too heavy a layer of this, because if you do, you can get creases and it looks not so nice. I mean, I have just accepted the fact that, you know, as someone in my mid-40s, there's wrinkles. There just are. And there's nothing you can do about that. So you just have to accept it. Like, I just know that my cut creases are just not going to be as crispy as, you know, girls in their 20s, because that's just not where my skin is. So I'm just going to paint this on in a very, very thin layer, right up to that line. And out here as well. And then starting with the yellow, I'm going to pick it up to start with on a little flat shading brush. This one just happens to be from BH Cosmetics, and we're going to go in with Banana, which again is that yellow shade. It seems to be picking up okay on this brush, and I'm just going to pack it here on the inner corner and take this just part way along here. I'm going to have to grab a mirror so I can bring this up closer to my face. And I'm just getting it as close to that line as I can. And I guess I'm going to take it about halfway across, and then let's hope that when I add the blue on top that we get a nice gradient and it turns into green. So I'm just going to use the same brush. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to go into Blue Raspberry. That is gorgeous pigment so far. And I'm just going to tap it here next to that Banana shade, and then start to fade the two into each other. And I guess I'm getting a little bit of green. We'll have to come back and see if we can make that look better. But let's go ahead and fill in the rest of this space.
Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more talking to you. Here we go again, staying up all night to see if you've been texting me. Where do we go?
I'm going to pick up a little bit more Banana, and I'm going to kind of blend those two together, and then going back and forth, just kind of flipping my brush over between the two shades.
I wanna go all in, so give me a sign. Give me a sign.
I've got a little bit of a gradient there, but they didn't blend quite like I was hoping for. Again, this is not really the shadow's fault. This is just me experimenting and kind of seeing what happens. I may go back with another shade in between there. There's the shade Cinnamon in here. I might kind of put there to bridge the gap. We'll see. Let's just amp this up out here. And then for my wing, I don't want to use this big brush because again, I have old eyes, you guys. So I'm going to go in with a little eyebrow brush. This one is actually just from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the number 12. And I'm going to go in with that Blue Raspberry shade. I'm just going to pick a little bit up at a time so I can be super precise with this and just do my wing. So these don't seem to be that flaky formula. I'm not seeing any fallout on my face with these shimmer shades, so that's nice.
I just wanna let you know I could go further.
Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I do want to go ahead and make sure I've got this right along the line. And I think instead of using the shimmers for that, I'm just going to go in with a tiny little detail brush and just clean up that line with each of the shades that I used previously. So I'll probably just speed through it or cut it out, and then I'm going to do the other eye here, and then we'll come back and work on the lower lash line and the inner corner. So you probably won't see this part, but I will see you in like a second. Okay, so here is where I am so far, and I don't know. This looks a little weird. Again, I think that's me. It's not the shadows. You can't blame the shadows for my weird color choices. But we are going to carry on valiantly. I'm going to go in with my finger now and see if I can kind of amp these up. I do always prefer shimmers with my fingers. I think that they just look that much better. So I'm going to start with banana. I'm going to pick a little bit of that up, and I am just going to pop that over what's already down and kind of blend it again into that blue. And then I'm going to do the same thing with blue raspberry. Just amp that color up. I can't obviously get into the wing with this, but it is what it is. And then just kind of going back and forth between the blue and the yellow fingers to kind of blend that together. I think that way I definitely have more of a green kind of gradient there. I'm not sure if you can see it the way I can, but I definitely see it. Just a little bit more banana, and there we go. All right, I think I like that. I do like the way those blended together. So let's go ahead and do the same thing over here on this eye. All right, I think I'm happy with that. So for my lower lash line, I do want to bring in some other colors just because why not? I've made some odd choices already. So let's continue on with the odd choices, shall we? I'm going to go in with the blues for certain, these two here. I'm going to start with Birthday Cake, which is the darker of the two. I am going to pick that up on a smudger brush, and I am just going to place it here. And that way I can kind of blend it into the wing as well. I did kind of mimic what I did on my lid in the waterline. So I put a yellow pencil and a blue pencil and then blended them together to make it green in my waterline to just kind of pull that down a bit. This is a pretty blue. I cannot wait to use this in larger quantity. It's really, really nice.
No more tricks, we could take things slow.
Gorgeous. And then I'm going to pick up Icy Mint, which is this more aqua shade right here.
Say you think about it too when the lights go out and there's no doubt that I should be with.
Okay, it looks totally crazy, but there we are. I'm gonna kind of just I know I'm making strange noises too. Now I think I'm going to try to use a little bit of this green too, Key Lime. I am a sucker for these bright, you know, greens. I call it acid green. I think it's just gorgeous. It's one of my favorites. And we're just going to put this here in the inner corner.
That I should be, we've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me.
And then I'm just going to take a brush with no product on it. I just want to kind of blend everything together. So I'm just going to take this little Luxie mini round, a mini tapered blending brush. And I'm just going to kind of try to blow this out a little bit.
We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going.
Okay, so there is where we are. Again, I realize it's looking a little crazy. A little bit crazy, a little bit. I'm going to have to do something wild on my lips, I think, to balance things out. I'm going to take a little bit more banana, which was, of course, that metallic yellow. And I'm just going to pick this up on a Luxie mini round brush, the 141. And after I remove the cat hair, I'm just going to use that as my inner corner highlight. I'm not adding any glitter primer for this. These are pretty darn good on their own, for sure. And I'm going to wrap that over on top of Key Lime.
Control, you push me, then you pull me back in. So give me a sign.
Okay, so I'm happy happy with where I am. I'm going to leave it there. I know it looks crazy. It is what it is. I think I'm going to add, well, I'm definitely going to add mascara. I may add a little bit of black liner as well. That might tone down the crazy just a smidge. So I'm going to do that. I will come back. I will choose a lipstick to go with this, and then we will talk turkey about this palette. Okay, so here is the final look.
Baby, just give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign.
I realize I do look like I just escaped from the circus, and you know what? I'm okay with that. I look crazy. I decided that my lips needed to have a little weight to them today because what's going on up here is a little insane. Again, that's just my poor choices. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Today I lost. So yeah. Anyhow, yeah, I'm very excited about this palette. This is so much fun. Yeah, the look I did today, again, little circus clown, but I don't know, that's who I am. And also Amy Winehouse kind of grabbed hold of my hand today and took hold of that wing as well. So yes, this palette for $40. I mean, honestly, the quality of this is incredible. And just look at these shades. Are these just not the most beautiful things you have ever seen? Ever. I honestly can't wait to play some more with this. The shadows I used today, I used, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes. Is that right? 6 mattes? Yeah. 2, 3 blue, 3. Yeah, I used 6 mattes and I used 2 of the metallic shimmer shades. So 8 shades altogether. Not bad for my first go with it. I do want to do some simpler looks with this, play around a bit more with it to make up my mind completely. But the ones that I did use today blended beautifully. I think that this is a really, really nice matte formulation. And yeah, these shimmers are incredible. They're absolutely gorgeous in real life. They have so much dimension and sparkle to them. They have that kind of, you know, metallic wet look, and I'm just here for it. So yeah, really, really happy I purchased this. And again, I did use a code to save some money on this. So if you do want to purchase this, I do recommend using someone's code and saving yourself a little bit of money. So again, I paid $42.46 total US dollars to have this shipped to my house, and I couldn't be happier. So yeah, I guess that's everything. If you enjoyed today's clown show, please go ahead and hit that like button down below. And while you're there, scooch on over, hit subscribe, ring that little bell, and you will be notified of all of my uploads. And if you'd like to see more of me, I'm on Instagram. You will see close-ups of this look there, along with a lot of other looks, many that have not ever been on this channel. And yeah, I'd love to see you there. So with that being said, thank you guys so much. I am not going to do swatches of this palette. It is 20 shades. My arm is not big enough. And honestly, my skin is feeling a bit sensitive today. I have very sensitive skin on my body. My face, I can do whatever to, but my body, not so much. So I don't want to aggravate it by putting stuff on and wiping it off. Anyhow, all of that, have a fabulous day. Please stay safe. Please wash your hands. Use your hand sanitizer, wear your masks, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.